Hi guys, and welcome to an ace tanker in the T-15, the Tier 3 German Premium Light Tank. Now this is a bonus video today, and it was an ace tanker that I picked up during the 500 YouTube sub special stream where I played all my premium tanks. So I picked up a few ace tankers that particular day, and this is the one for the T-15. Now I've reviewed the T-15 and is it worth it? And I concluded that this is a great tank. I really do like the T-15. However, because the higher tier German scouts weren't very good, I really didn't think it should be at the top of your shopping list when you decide to buy a premium tank. And the other reason I said maybe it's not worth it is that you really do need to like light tanks. You need to know how to scout in order to get the best out of the T-15. Because when it gets into a top tier game like this one, which is an all tier 3 game, it's an absolute beast. But when you get it into tier 4 games, it can still do a job, but definitely when you get it into tier 5 games, because the tank doesn't get special matchmaking, you really do need to use it as a scout. The gun really isn't good enough for tier 5s. You only have 42mm of penetration and 40 damage. So the gun is great for its own tier, is okay for tier 4, but is absolutely terrible in a tier 5 game. Which is why I reckoned in the review that you really needed to like scouts in order to make this tank worth picking up. However, since the review was done, Wargaming have announced that in 9.3 a new tier 8 German light tank is coming out, the RU-125, and that tank looks fantastic. So that might actually be a reason to pick up a T-15 to help train up a new crew for it. But anyway, let's get back to this. This was, as I say, an ace tanker picked up on the special 500 YouTube sub stream. It's a 60% on Prokhorovka, and it's an all tier 3 game, so really nice matchup for the T-15. We're just going to go. Now, at the time of playing this game, I really didn't think it was going to be an ace tanker because my shooting was all over the place. It was a very long stream, and this was a game played towards the end of the stream. This is probably about 9 hours into the stream, and I was feeling really tired. And it affected my shooting, as you're probably going to see. Now, at this moment in time, I'm thinking about turning back because I've got very little backup coming this way. But then I noticed that the Marder 2 is coming across. We've got a PZ-1C and a Japanese tank. So I decide, okay, alright, let's go get them some spots. Now, I probably would have been halfway up the hill had I not stopped. As you can see, the tank is relatively quick. I'm doing close to 50 kilometers, 55 kilometers along here. And there's a T-46. Now, he's going to have absolutely no problems penning me. I know he's just spotted me, so I'm going to get into this low ground, try and stay safe, and see if we can start putting shots into him. So initially he was aiming at me. He decided to change his aim towards the PZ-1C. And I'm staying on the move because there are 2 RT on the enemy team, and now there's a PZ-1C and he's making a beeline for me. And I bounce my first shot. Now a PZ-1C can actually pen me, so I get out of his line of fire, unfortunately do a little bit of track damage to myself. Do 55 damage to myself. He was bouncing all his shots, but there's no guarantee a PZ-1C is not going to bounce on you. So I figured getting out of his line of fire was the better course of action. Unfortunately, I ended up taking 55 damage, but lots and lots of enemy tanks up here. Our PZ-1C has gone on a hero run, but unfortunately too many tanks shooting at him. He's already down to one-hit kill, and there he goes. But he spotted most of the enemy team, so that's a lot of spots that I'm not going to be able to get. But instead I'm going to move up to this bush here. And let's go to work. So as you can see, 2.14 aim or reload time. The gun on this is really good if you're shooting other tier 3 tanks. But as I say, my shooting is not up to scratch. I'm feeling rather tired at this point in the stream, and I miss a couple of shots. Oh, and I'm going to miss a lot more. So I've got the rear of a T-70. But you can see that even though the alpha damage isn't great, the rate of fire means you can put out damage really quickly. So I'm already on 421 damage. And you can see my shooting is way off here. Can't believe I haven't hit this guy. Oh, and someone tracks him. So I notice an M2 medium's moving up. And again, my shooting is terrible. Bounce. Oh, we finally penned him. So I roll low on that last shot. Leave him on just 2 health. He gets a mercy roll. Or 21 health. I wouldn't have killed him anyway. Yep. Judged that one really, really badly. So still, I'm the only tank over here. I've got a Martyr 2 and an FCM pack backing me up. I'm looking for shots. That one hits some rubble or something. Finally get my kill. So kill number 2, and I've just heard a shot. Get one into the SU, just heard an M2 medium fire above me. Now, I don't have Sixth Sense. This is a new crew I'm training up for German light tanks. But I decide to go and engage this M2 medium, and it looks as if he's using the derp gun. So I bounce on his cheek, I've got an orange reticule, and this is what I'm saying. Unfortunately, the penetration can let you down. I bounce again, and our Martyr 2 takes him out. So there's still 2 RT. This has been a bit of a whitewash. We're winning 11-9. There's 1 RT. And I know that the Su-76 was down here, so I'm just moving forward. And as I say, this thing is a great scout. It's got really, really good view range, really, really great signal range. Especially when you've got binocs, and there we go. We've just spotted the Su-76, so I'm reversing so that the bush goes solid. Now I can shoot him without being spotted. So we get 2 shots in, he's on 38 health, goes stealth, but I get a blind shot, take him out for kill number 3. So 636 damage, 3 kills. And as I say, when you get this thing into a tier 3 game, the gun, although not great, is good enough for tier 3s. And we've picked up speed, we're doing 65 kilometers, 60 to 65 kilometers along here. Just 2 RT and some other tank, what is it? A Chiha left. So we popped up, and now we spotted both RT. So I'm going to work here before they can turn around. Need 1 more shot. Take him out. Our T-82 takes out the Vespa. Just 1 tank left, the Chiha. I'm on 4 kills. Chiha is nowhere near me. He's advanced up. And our Sexton 2 takes him out. So as I say, it was an ace tanker picked up in the T-15 at the end of a really, really long stream. No other medals. But you can see that when the T-15 gets into a tier 3 game, it can be a beast. So even though I missed a lot of shots, I was really, really tired. We still managed to get 814 damage done with 4 kills. We finished top on XP with 922. So really, really decent game in the T-15, even though I wasn't on form. I fired 38, hit 27, and I really, really should have been hitting a lot more targets. But of the 27, only 22 pen. So even in a tier 3 game, sometimes the penetration on the gun will let you down, and it really, really starts to let you down in a tier 4 and definitely in a tier 5 game. You really do need to do a lot more scouting than damage dealing when you get into higher tier games. But I spotted 2, damaged 7, destroyed 4, and did 511 assistance damage. I earned 32,500 credits with a premium account, so it's a decent money maker for a low tier tank. And I mean, even without a premium account, I would have earned almost 21,500 credits. 1383 XP, again with a premium account. Thankfully it was on a ×3, which left me on 4,000 1149 XP. So if you want to know more about the T-15 and want to know whether or not it's worth picking up, please check out the review. But just be aware that at the time I did the T-15 review, there was no Tier 8 German light tank on the horizon, and now with 9.3 bringing a new Tier 8 German light tank, and it looks very, very good, by the way, it might be worth picking up a T-15 even more now. You're definitely going to need another crew trainer, or another way of training up German light crews, and the T-15 is not a bad way to go. As I say, my biggest concern with the T-15 is, even though it's a great tank, you really do have to like playing scouts, because when you do get it into a higher tier game, you really are going to get the most out of it if you can scout. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.